Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Now Lewis on 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a second down coming up. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Lewis. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's got Smith here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, what do you think? You get the ball at the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Now this time he'll look to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. 20! A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now Jones, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Britt's got it complete, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle, and it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Lewis now from the gun, he'll throw. It's complete to Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right and able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. On first down, Ryan. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
In your face.
Lewis throwing on first down, eluding the pressure right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Here's Jones. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Pretty quiet. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Nice ball. Bravo. Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go. Here we go. Go. Check 25. Check 25.
Throwing is Lewis. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The intended target was Chris Godwin. Third down here. And from down in Miami, an update. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
What you got, Heavy? What you got?
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. The final shot before break. Lewis. Complete to Jones. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Ryan gets it to his tight end, Hooper. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Noah Spence just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Ryan. Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. And I guess they figured they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He was with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
He's coming. We got double up.
2nd and 4. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Alert 3.
Here's Lewis. Looking to throw on 2nd down. That's caught by Howard. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Safe. Hey, alert 3. Check safety.
To throw is Lewis. Off play action. Flushed out right. He completes it to Evans. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another 1st down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Double time. 3 down. Check. Watch the safety creep.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and 8. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now Lewis operating from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make it.
He's got a man complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. 2 choke plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Watch QB's on. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Curve it. Rotate. Check.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Running right, Jones. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Lewis now. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Fielded at the 20. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Here's Ryan to throw. Going for the deep ball. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lewis. Deep ball for Jeffrey. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Back to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Ryan. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Now Lewis. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. That game's gone final now at Heinz Field. Patriots continuing to roll, opening their lead up even further. A win would be their second on the young season. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Airing this one out for Evans. And now here's another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
Good stuff. Keep doing that.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Buccaneers, they get back in the win column as they